In the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry. That lyric came out years before any of this happened, before the Tesla, before the trunk, before anyone had ever heard the name Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Fans called it poetic back then. A little dark, sure, but that's the genre. Nobody thought twice about it. Now people are going back through his entire discography, and there's one line from a song almost nobody's ever heard that's stopping people cold. I'm going to get to it, but you need everything that leads up to it first, because on its own, it wouldn't mean anything. Together, it's a different story. D4vd, real name David Anthony Burke, built a massive following through SoundCloud and TikTok on emotional, cinematic songs like Romantic Homicide and Here With Me. He was rising fast, with a Fortnite anthem and major label attention, when in September 2025, the remains of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez were found inside a car registered to him. He's been charged with first-degree murder, continuous sexual abuse of a child under 14, and unlawful mutilation of human remains. He's pleaded not guilty. The preliminary hearing is happening right now, this week. I'm not walking you through the physical evidence here. That's covered everywhere else. What almost nobody's covered properly is the music itself. And once you start pulling that thread, it doesn't stop where you expect it to.
For 3 felony counts of which he has been charged. First-degree murder with special circumstances, the count of lewd and lascivious acts with a 13-year-old, and the count of mutilation of human remains.
Start with Romantic Homicide, his breakout hit, the song that made him famous. Not a deep cut, not a throwaway, the song. There's a line where he describes someone dying and says he didn't cry. Every fan who ever put this on repeat read it as heartbreak, emotional death, breakup language. That's the entire emotional core of the song, and it's what made millions of people connect with it. Now go back and listen knowing what's alleged. The words don't change. What changes is you. And this isn't a one-off. Death as a stand-in for a relationship ending shows up again and again across his catalog. Once, that's a songwriting habit, a pattern, repeated this consistently across the exact songs that made him famous. That's something else. I'm not telling you what to call it yet. Keep listening. Here With Me is the sweet one, the devoted one. There's a line about not caring how long it takes, as long as he ends up with her. Fans put this on wedding playlists. It was the romantic one. Now people are reading that same line as something closer to waiting for someone to be old enough. I'll be straight with you. That reading only exists because of what's alleged now. Strip the case away, and it's just a love song. But that's exactly the trap this case sets, over and over. Individually, every lyric has an innocent explanation. It's what happens when you stop looking at them individually that gets uncomfortable. Because it's not just the words, it's what he put on screen. One more dance, he's blindfolded in a bloodied shirt, standing by while what looks like a body gets loaded into a car trunk. That image existed publicly for years, before anyone knew what was allegedly in his own car. Rehab, an anime-style video that shows a girl's arm being severed. Prosecutors allege Celeste's remains were dismembered. And there's a detail almost nobody's talking about. Tattoos he's had visible in interviews for years reportedly resemble markings prosecutors have pointed to in this case. On their own, nothing. People get matching ink for 100 ordinary reasons. Stack all of it together. The lyrics, the imagery, the tattoos, and you get a pattern specific enough that just dark art stops fully explaining it. I'm not calling this proof. Courts don't run on song lyrics, but I'd be lying if I said this was normal. Here's what almost nobody's covered yet. On July 16th, days ago, mid-hearing, A new song called Marcescence appeared on his Spotify. A full music video went up alongside it. 8 hours later, it was gone, archived, pulled. Screenshots spread within minutes because people are watching his profile around the clock, waiting for exactly this. Nobody's explained the disappearance. Maybe it leaked early. Maybe someone realized how dropping new material mid-murder hearing would look. The title itself is the strangest part. Marcescence is a real word. It describes when a tree fails to shed its dead leaves in autumn, holding on to them through winter long after they should have fallen. That's not an accidental word choice. Whether it means anything here or nothing at all, I can't tell you. But you don't title a song that unless you meant something by it. The fan response has split in a way I haven't seen with a case like this before. Some fans are deleting his music from their libraries in real time. There's a clip of someone visibly upset, midway through removing a song, catching themselves still loving something they know they're supposed to hate now. Others have gone the opposite direction entirely, insisting this is media pile-on against someone who hasn't been convicted of anything. Then, there's the live stream clip. Talking to Celeste on camera, he says he media trained her, his words, and she responds by asking if it's controversial to point out something deeply inappropriate about their relationship. That single exchange has been replayed more than almost anything else connected to this entire case. Now the one from the hook. Buried in a deep cut, never charted, never promoted, barely has any plays. There's a line about keeping a secret buried somewhere no one would think to look. On its own, nothing. Half the songs in this genre have a line like it. But this is a deep cut. No label push, no radio push, made without any expectation that more than a handful of people would ever sit with it closely. If there's anywhere in his catalog where something unfiltered slipped through, it's not the polished single built for streaming numbers. It's the track nobody was supposed to be listening to this closely. That's not proof, but it's the moment this stopped feeling like a string of coincidences to me, and started feeling like a pattern I couldn't unsee. None of this is evidence in a courtroom. Prosecutors are building their case on DNA, digital purchase records, and phone data, not lyrics. That's worth saying clearly, once, here, because it matters. But culturally, none of this is nothing either. Every time an artist gets accused of something violent, the internet goes digging through their back catalog, looking for the moment they told us all along. Almost every time, it turns out to be nothing. Dark art doesn't predict real violence, and if it did, half the music industry would be under investigation. What makes this case different isn't any single lyric. It's the sheer number of threads, all pointing the same direction, all at once, while the case is still actively unfolding in real time. The hearing is still going as I record this, and there's a key witness who was just arrested after missing a court date entirely. What is someone afraid the record will show? That they'd rather get arrested than take the stand? That's next. Do the lyrics matter here, or are we all just reading meaning into something that was never there? Tell me where you land in the comments. I want to know. If this kept you to the end, the like actually helps. Subscribe if you want part 2 the moment it's up.